Hey everyone, BB here. So today I'm going to talk about haunted houses. I know it's a little early to be talking about Halloween, but you think that stops me? No. So I just want to tell you guys throughout this video, I'm going to repeat a lot that I hate haunted houses. Sorry. I literally just woke up. I've been up for like maybe an hour. Not even. Kind of just laying in bed. I'm going to repeat a lot that I hate haunted houses, and I really, truly do. Now, you're probably thinking, well, how can a girl like me that loves Halloween, that loves scary movies, hate haunted houses? There's a few reasons to why, and I'm going to explain why. Now, I don't want to say it's because I don't like getting scared, because it's different, because I don't like mine. I don't want to say like getting scared, but like, you know, it's different between a scary movie and a haunted house. Like some people say, oh, it's like a scary movie. In my opinion, you can't compare the two, because it's different in a way-ish. A scary movie, you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. You kind of know the storyline. You know what's going to happen if you like listen to the music. You can kind of have an idea, okay, well, it's creepy, scary music, maybe something's going to happen. Cannot get my hair to stay in front. It's because I'm laying down. And I got a big pimple. Yeah. That hurts. Only if I touch it, though. Anyways. A scary movie, you kind of have an idea of what's going to go on. I mean, at least for some people, I know if you don't know what the movie is and you don't know, never seen a trailer, then maybe I guess you don't know what's going to happen, but you kind of get an idea once you start watching it, you know. But in my opinion, a scary movie is less scary than the haunted house, because unless you've already been to that haunted house, you kind of really don't have any idea what's going to go on, what's going to happen. So, in my opinion, you know, not that haunted houses don't have music, but still, it's like, well, I hope you all are understanding that it's just different. I don't want to say particularly you've had a bad experience to make me not like a haunted house. I didn't really have any bad experience. My mom, I don't want to say it was a bad experience, but years ago, like we're talking 10, maybe 12 something years ago, my sister's middle school had like a haunted house in the middle school. And we're talking about a middle school that's so small, it's pretty much a ranch style middle school. That's the best I can explain the middle school. You take like, if you know someone, or maybe you live in like a ranch styled house, put that into like a middle school. That's pretty much what it is. It's a small ranch styled middle school. I had a haunted house, and I don't know like who was exactly doing the haunted. Yeah, this up. Okay, hang on. I know it's not a pretty sight. I'm sorry. So, bed's not made. It's driving me crazy. I don't know who. Oh my god. I got bed hair. I have not brushed my hair out this morning. Like I said, I just woke up. But anyways, excuse me. Oh my god, my bed's driving me crazy. When my blanket is knocked away, I'm gonna go into it. Just gonna ignore it. Anyways, so like I said, I don't want to say that my mom had like a bad experience, but pretty much whoever was working that haunted house at my sister's middle school or elementary school, I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Apparently the person like grabbed my mom's leg and like wasn't letting go, and my mom had to get to the point where she kind of had to kick the person to make the person let go. So I don't want to say that it's particularly that incident that made me not like haunted houses. Even before it happened, I've just always hated haunted houses. That just never really been my thing. I hate them so much I really just don't go to them. Like each and every year for the past like 7 years, I've known my girlfriends and I've known my best friends from high school. Each and every year they're always like, oh, let's go to the haunted house, let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, no. But some years, I'm like, you know what the heck, why not? And I tell them, you better bring an AED, you better bring a first aid kit when I beat somebody because they scare me. And you better bring the AED because they got I don't want to say I have a bad heart, but my heart's not particularly the best. But some years I'm like, yeah, let's go. And then some years I'm like, no. We never end up going anyways. It's been 7 years, and each and every year they're always like, oh, let's go to the haunted house. And I'm like, kind of like, whatever, I'm older. Let's just do it, because maybe they'll only do it 1 year and see how I react. And then they're like, well, Brenna really, truly does not like haunted houses, like she said, so maybe we shouldn't ask her or bring her. But it never happens. Even though I'm kind of somewhat willing to do it, I guess. I don't know. I'm explaining like how much I hate haunted houses, but then I'm like telling you guys that I'm willing. Anyways. So, I hate freaking haunted houses. So, each and every year, in my hometown of Streamwood, I don't know if they still do it because, again, being that I hate haunted houses, I have not gone in at least 9 or 10 years. I want to say it's been like maybe like 8 or 9. I don't know when the last time I went. I mean, technically I remember like the last time I went, but I don't remember the year. I had to guess probably like 10 years ago or something. Maybe 9, 10, maybe even 11. I'm not quite sure. Park Place in Streamwood does this like haunted house. I don't know if they still do it. For example, they used to do the fireworks at Summerfest. That's technically this week. Summerfest actually starts today. And every year they used to do fireworks at Summerfest. It's like a carnival festival that happens. And about 6 or 7 years ago, they cut back on the fireworks because money budget. Because it was they either do the fireworks on 4th of July, Independence Day, or they do fireworks on Summerfest. It had to be one or the other, and obviously the holiday one. But anyways, so I'm not sure if they still do this haunted house. I don't pay that much attention to if they do it. They normally would have a sign out in front saying like haunted house or something. I don't know if they still do it or not. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. I think you paid like $5 or $10, and it probably took you maybe like 10-15 minutes to go through the whole thing. It was a very small haunted house. Now that I kind of look back for all the years they went, it was, I don't want to say it was scary, but it felt like it was probably like one of the less scarier ones. But anyways, I hated going there. There were years I wanted to go back. Like, one year we went to this one spot because, haunted house has different sections of stuff. And this was a haunted house where they had both people and, like, animated stuff and, like, prop stuff. So they kind of had a little bit of everything. And they had this one guy that was like a butcher, like a meat cutter or something that cut meat, like at a grocery store. And he cut like this, they had like a human that was like laying on a table, and he like pretended to cut the leg off, and then he like stirred up this pot, like a measuring cup, and then he like must have put like Jello or something in there and started stirring that up, and you saw like the red, and it was really gross, and it scared me. Something from that spot scared me, and I was like, I don't know. And I started turning around, and my dad was like stopping me. My cousins were like laughing because we went with my cousins because every year we used to go with the family. And my dad was like trying to stop me, saying, "No, you can't go back." And the guy was like starting to follow me, and I was like, "No." So I just remember I ran like the rest of the way. I hated that haunted house. Even though kids were going there all the time and laugh, and it's like, "No, why are you laughing? I'm like older than you by like 6 years," and then getting scared. I hate haunted houses. I haven't been to that haunted house in years. It's for many reasons, because I don't like haunted houses. I just don't have time in October anymore to do it either. Even if I did have time, I wouldn't do it. Even if it was free, I wouldn't do it. Now, if my girlfriend said, "Hey, let's go to the one in Streamwood," maybe I might be like, okay, I'll go to that one. Also, the one in Goldbert's farm, I would go to, because the one at Goldbert's, it's a pumpkin farm in South Barrington, or Barrington. I think it's South Barrington. Goldbert's is a pumpkin farm, and they have like a little small haunted house that I don't particularly really mind going through. That's not that scary, but still, I hate it. It's still scary. But yeah, it's just something about them I don't like. I just never really liked haunted houses. I would rather sit through a scary movie and jump and get scared. That I've never done. I've never gotten scared from a scary movie. I've never jumped. I've never screamed. I've never flinched. I will admit that there's been a few times that I've done it, but only because I was not paying attention to the movie, and someone was like distracting me and talking to me, and I was like on my phone or something, and I did like flinch or jump once or twice, but that's only because I wasn't paying attention. Keep that, it's kind of a secret, if you know what I mean. Don't tell anybody. But anyways, that's something that I just don't particularly spend time trying to get to. I don't, make it, oh, well, it's October, it's Halloween, I have to go to haunted houses. Like, some people probably go to like 10 haunted houses in a year. I just try to stay away from them. I try not to go to them. It's probably something where if I did go to them, like I said with my friends, I probably would get scared, because it's different watching a scary movie, because you know the idea, you know what's going to happen, you gotta listen to the music, you kind of know the plot, compared to a haunted house, where, especially if it's one you've never been to, you don't know what's going to happen. So, and I'm particularly not a fan of people jumping out at me. Like, it's one thing, like, when family or friends prank me and they jump out at me and scare me, and that's one thing. Then I don't mind getting scared in front of them, because I know they're not particularly going to make fun of me. And I know that they're probably getting punched. When my sister was in college, for the last 2 years, we would do this thing called a haunted forest. We only did it for 2 years, because it was just something that we only knew about for about 2 years. We kind of wish we knew about it more, because we would have not mind to do it the whole 4 years my sister was in college, but for some reason she only knew about it the last 2 years. It was from her sorority that she found out about it, that she was only able to do it from her sorority. It was called like a haunted forest, and it was every year in October. I want to say it was like in the middle of October. So I was always telling my sister, hey, you know how it is when it comes to Halloween with me. I'm always busy, like the month of Halloween, let alone the week of Halloween. I'm extremely busy. I always find something to do to get me busy, whether it's taking care of the decorations, or taking care of grandma, or whoever, or what, or the dog, or doing something. I'm always busy the week of Halloween, let alone the month. So I always would tell my sister, I don't mind coming out during October. It's just, I don't want to come out on Halloween. Like, my sister would always be like, oh, come out, it's Halloween. And I would be like, I'm busy. I'm either hanging out with friends, or I'm trick-or-treating. Well, I don't want to say it was trick-or-treating once he was in high school. I haven't trick-or-treated in almost... See, when was technically the last time I trick-or-treated? It was 4 years ago. It was technically the last time I trick-or-treated, and that was because I had my girlfriend's little girl, and I was taking her trick-or-treating. So, I was taking my girlfriend's little girl, Brenda, that was a baby at the time, and then I was taking my other girlfriend's brother trick-or-treating. I was taking Letty's brother trick-or-treating. I was taking Wendy's little kid trick-or-treating. And I was taking Wendy's fiance's daughter trick-or-treating. So that's technically like the last time I actually really kind of went trick-or-treating. They didn't go trick-or-treating. I mean, they went trick-or-treating last year, but I was busy doing something last year. So this year, I don't know if I'll do it because, like last year, I have a police ride-along with Elgin PD on Halloween, so I'm going to be riding along with the police on Halloween, like I did last year. But anyways, so this haunted forest that my sister and I used to do, it was, I want to say like the middle of October, maybe like the week before to 2 weeks before Halloween. It was a 2-day thing. It was like a Friday and a Saturday, and we would go down. Normally, whenever, like I said, whenever I went to down to my sister, I would normally go down for the weekend. Like, I would go, like, on a Wednesday or Thursday, and I would normally come back, like, on a Sunday or a Monday. So I was normally only down there for a week. And weekends. Sometimes I would down there for a week, but not very often. So anyways, I would go, and, I would normally go the day before, just to hang out with my sister. This was at night, so, like, I would go the night before to hang out, and then, like, the day, she would go to school and come home, and we would hang out. And then all of her friends and everyone from the sorority, all that would go on, come to my sister's place, and we would hang out for a little bit and eat dinner, and then go. I think this was in... Where was this at? It was in Illinois, but it was out of Rock Island. Vernon Hills? Is that a place? I can't remember where it is off the bat. If I would Google it, I would probably be able to tell you what town it was actually in. Let's Google Haunted Forest of Quad Cities. The Quad Cities Haunted Forest. And it should be able to tell you what town it's actually in. I can't remember the actual town. I want to say Vernon Hills, but that does not sound right. Island. I don't know off the bat the name of it. I'm probably going to come to me when I'm done vlogging, but we would go, and they would do, like, makeup on us, and costumes. Like, the first year we went, it was, like, movie themed. And each year they had different sections. Like, the first year was movies. So, like, one section was Annabelle. One section was The Ring. One section was, like, Michael Myers. One section was Saw. One section was, like, clowns, they just had, like, different sections of scary movies, and there was, like, at least 6 or 7 sections, so they would, put makeup on you, they would supply you with, like, costumes. These weren't particularly professional makeup artists. They weren't, like, professional costumes like you see in movies. They were good enough, close enough.